Groovesters, welcome to this Groove Digital Presents. My name is Tom Beal, coming to you from the beautiful island of St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands. I am super excited that you're here for this special Groove Digital Presents. You are in for a treat. You're about to hear from my great friend, Greg Caesar. He and I crossed paths in about 2005, and we met in person in 2006 at some live events. And every time I chat with him, and every time any of the top industry leaders talk with him, it is an experience that we walk away from very enlightened, very excited about that conversation and how we can implement all the wisdom he's going to be sharing with you. So you're in for a treat, but do me a favor, go over to the questions box and show Greg how many Groovesters we have here from all over the world. Go to the questions box and let us know where you're joining in from. Greg is listening, by the way. He's here. He is not on video, but you'll hear from him in a second when I get to this proper introduction. Greg, just say hi real quick before I get to the proper introduction.
Absolutely. Hello, hello, hello.
All right, there he is. So do me a favor, go over to the questions box and let me know where you are joining in from, and let's show Greg we got massive support from Groovesters from all around the world. And by the way, when you're interacting with Greg in this training presentation today, that is going to expand your mind of possibilities that most people aren't even aware of. The questions box is where you will interact with him. So just so we know, okay, great. I'm starting to see some people putting in where they're joining from. Thank you for participating in that. That's a good thing. I mean, Greg and I have done enough webinars to where sometimes technology likes to throw a wrinkle into the plan. So thankfully, y'all can hear us. And I see the people commenting in here. The Groovesters are here. So we got Stacy from Alabama. We got Remo coming from Saudi Arabia. That is awesome. I don't remember the last time I had someone from Saudi Arabia. Remo, welcome. We got James coming from Dilworth, Minnesota. We got Einar coming from Oslo, Norway. Look at this, international. Look, India, Mulali coming here. Querétaro, Mexico. We got Manuel here. South Africa, Flavia. Jeff from Indiana. Cumming, Georgia. Andre, Ohio, Joyce. Look at these. Count how many countries you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus the U.S. 7 countries are here, Greg, ready to hear the amazing wisdom you're going to share with us today. And let me get to the proper introduction. Because you were in for an absolute treat. Like I said, we crossed paths digitally online in 2005. We met in person in 2006, and he has been a force to be reckoned with in the industry, helping many people take their results, whether they're just starting and or already getting results or are at the expert level, and exponentially adding to getting their results growing and in a much quicker manner, in a much larger manner. So let me get to the official presentation here. So we like to provide you with that good content that helps you build your online business. Greg Caesar, our guest today, is an expert at creative internet marketing strategies. He's been online since 1997. Think about that. That flashes me back. I left the Marine Corps December 1996, so this is going back a long ways, and he's been in the industry that long, sold over 100,000 customers over his career, and he really knows what he's talking about. He's worked with some of the smartest internet marketers, many that you'd know, and many call him the marketer to the stars. But that's not why we have him here today giving this training. If you like new or like innovative and fresh ideas, Greg is the master of expanding your possibilities as to how you can get to where you're going in a much more quicker, exponential, efficient manner. He is none other than Greg Caesar, and today he's going to be showing you something so unique, so different that it's going to blow you away. In fact, what he's going to show you has actually been under our noses all along, but no one has seen it. Greg has seen it, and he's shared it with some people, and they have ran with it and produced life-changing results. And boy, does it work. But here's the best part. It doesn't matter your skill level or marketing expertise. Greg's going to show you that it doesn't require marketing shops, doesn't require SEO, doesn't require pay-per-click, doesn't require knowing websites, traffic, Shopify, or any of the things that will normally slow you down. And you can see why I got so excited, because Greg is going to blow your mind today. This is legit. It's real. It's going to help you in a very quick manner open your eyes. And if you want to expand your horizons or learn something new, you owe it to yourself to pay attention to everything Greg's going to be teaching you today. It may literally change your life just like it has for so many others. And so with that being said, I'm going to be here in the background listening to this, taking notes, and really excited for you. You're going to be chatting with Greg over in the questions box. We got more countries joined over there, Greg. I see Serbia joined as well. Zell from Serbia. So now we're at like 8 countries already. Amazing. So I'm going to shut up and pass it over to Greg. Greg, it's all yours, my friend. I'll get my face and camera out here, but rock it to the Groovesters. You're in charge now, Greg.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you for that wonderful intro. Can you believe it's been over 10 years? That is amazing. But guys, listen. If you like something different, something fresh, if you like things that are unique, that will make you say, wow, I want you to let me know, do I have your permission to fire you up and show you something that you have not thought about yet? It's been under your nose all along. Do I have your permission to do that? Let's see. Okay, cool. We are getting some yeses. So I'm going to show you something. And guys, what we're going to be talking about today is going to be the easiest way to create a six-figure business by tapping into a vault of hungry buyers and create an instant stream of monthly recurring revenue without you having to drive traffic or personally sell anything or do any marketing whatsoever. And it doesn't matter what the economic condition is. Now, I know that is a huge promise. And if you know me, if I make you a promise, I'm going to over-deliver and show you exactly what we are talking about today. So let's get started. First of all, please turn off your cell phones, please turn off Facebook, and please let your significant other know that you're going to be busy for the next 60 to 90 minutes, because what I'm going to show you, if it makes sense to you, may literally change your life like it has done for several other folks. So who am I? I'll just tell you really quick. My name is Greg Caesars. For those of you who don't know who I am, I started in the local marketing space back in 1997. I quit my corporate job and I started a web design consulting business. And around 2002, I decided, you know what? Let me start selling things online, because if I'm selling things online, I'll get more web design clients, because now I can say, don't hire that web designer. They don't sell anything. How can they help you? Well, an interesting thing is I got really good at selling things online. I've sold over 100,000 ebooks and courses online. I'm probably closer to 150,000 now when I add up all my channels. And guys, that's not with affiliates. That's me direct to my customers. So yes, I have over 150,000 customers in my database. So I can teach you a thing or two of what works and what doesn't work online. Since then, I worked with some of the most brilliant people like Tom, Mike, and a bunch of other top internet marketers around the world. And around 2003 is when I started helping entrepreneurs build their online dreams. That's when I was first invited to come speak at a seminar in Detroit, Michigan. Since then, I've traveled the world teaching people about wealth creation, Singapore, Malaysia, UK. We have some people here from Saudi Arabia, Serbia. Haven't been to those places, would love to go, but haven't been there yet. Now, I'm also going to tell you this. A lot of times people tell me, must be nice, you're so lucky. And I'm going to tell you something. That's almost an insult sometimes, because my parents came from Haiti in the late 60s. My dad was making about $1 an hour. So to tell you that we were below the poverty line is an understatement. We were well below the poverty line. But there's one thing I learned from my dad, that immigrant from Haiti, and that was the difference between mental poverty and physical poverty. We were living in the hood in Stamford, Connecticut, and I mean, we were getting robbed left and right. And people would break in while we were in the house. So think about that. And so some of my friends that I grew up with in those projects are still there today, some 40 years later. They don't even know they're not supposed to be there. So my dad taught us the difference, that we were physically broke, but we weren't mentally broke. So fast forward, my dad went out and started investing in real estate. That $1 an hour he was making, he was saving his money. He bought his first house, then he bought his second house, then the third house, and the fourth house. And unfortunately, my dad passed away in 2022. And do you know that immigrant from Haiti left each one of his kids a house that was paid for free and clear? That is the difference between mental poverty and physical poverty. And if I can do that starting from an immigrant and with no money, and if I can get to where I am today, what is stopping you guys? And the answer is absolutely nothing. So I want you to imagine for a second what life would be like when you have the knowledge to create and scale your income. I'm going to tell you something. From all the things that I've done from today all the way back 20 years, it's just knowledge, folks. It's not magic. It's not hocus pocus. It's not some trick or some Google hack. It's just knowledge. And once you have that knowledge, you can duplicate that knowledge. So imagine what life would be like when you have that knowledge. So I want to let you know, I'm going to show you some things today, but what I'm going to show you, results are not typical. I don't expect you to say, I'm going to duplicate Greg 100%. In fact, I don't know. Are you going to go watch TV after I show you what I'm going to show you, or are you going to take action? But Tom has told me that you guys aren't ordinary people. You guys are the action takers. So I hope you go out and you crush me. One of my students blew me away in sales. And you know what I said to him? Congratulations. Good for you. So I hope you guys do the same thing. But I'm going to be happy to share with you for free exactly what is working for us. Now, let me be upfront with you. If you're looking for a do nothing, sit on your butt, make $1 million program, you're on the wrong training. You might as well leave right now. Let's not waste each other's time, right? I don't want to BS you and tell you I'm going to give you some magic pill, okay? So I want to give you a realistic way to get yourself to 3K per month, and then over the course of the next 1 to 2 years, be able to scale that to 6 figures or more, right? So it's not something you're going to do next Saturday. So although what I show you is going to be the absolute easiest thing you're ever going to do, you're going to have to put some thought and some time into getting there, okay? So you're not going to watch TV and all of a sudden that's going to happen. So word of the day is head blown, right? Now let me tell you what I want you to do with that word. Anytime I show you something today and you say, wow, I didn't think about that, I didn't know that, I want you to type head blown in the chat. I want you to show me that you guys are active and you're listening and you're paying attention, okay? So what is this business that we are talking about? Okay, guys, it is an Amazon business, but it's not Amazon the way that you're thinking about it. It's not Amazon the way that you've been taught. It's something completely different that we are doing on Amazon that is actually pretty revolutionary. And the crazy thing is, it's been under your nose all along. You've thought about it, but you didn't even really think about it. And it'll make sense once I show you today. So if I'm going to start any business, out of all the things that I can start, why an Amazon business, right? Starting a business takes work, right? You've got customers, you got customer service, you've got all the things that you got to do, marketing. Well, Amazon has already taken care of all of that. They have the infrastructure, they've got the fulfillment, they've got the customers, they've got the marketing, they've got the everything that needs to be done, and they've got all the customers. They've got millions of people who go there to that site with the sole purpose of buying. Think about this for a second. Amazon has something called Prime. What is Prime? We pay Amazon and Jeff Bezos $150, $200 a year. I don't remember exactly what it is, but what is the $200 that we're giving Jeff? You know what that is? We're giving him $200 for the sole purpose and the privilege of buying more stuff from Jeff. Think how crazy that is. We pay him for the privilege to buy more stuff from him. Those are the kinds of people that you're getting in front of. These aren't Walmart shoppers. These aren't people who are sitting in front of Walmart and they're saying, you know what, I don't want to spend money, I'm going to go to Walmart. These are buyers. That's why you want to be in front of those people. So what are we going to cover today? 3 things. Number one, secret number one is how you can build a very profitable and successful business on Amazon in no time, even if you have 0 marketing experience. I know it doesn't make sense, but you'll understand. Secret number 2, small untapped markets are more profitable than large ones. What? You mean smaller markets make more money? Yes, I'll tell you why. And secret number 3 is an untapped category on Amazon that is way easier to make money in than any other category on Amazon. And this is the secret sauce. Okay, so secret number 1, let's talk about it. You can build a very profitable and successful business in no time, even if you have 0 marketing experience. So how do you build a business without having to do any of the work? Most internet marketers think building an internet business has to be complicated and it has to take a lot of time and effort. Actually, you can build a very profitable and successful business in no time if you learn how to leverage existing resources instead of creating them from scratch. So what do I mean by that? Guys, you can build your business from scratch or leverage an existing business. Amazon is that business, right? They've already created the infrastructure. They've done all the work. I mean, think about it. Right now, you're watching this training, and let me ask you, did you go out in the backyard and take a bucket of water, some protons, neutrons, and create the electricity that is powering your device that you're watching this training on? No, you did not. You just took a plug, you stuck it in the wall, and then boom, you got power. You don't even know how it got there. You don't even ask any questions. What are you doing? You're siphoning some of the energy from the grid for your own benefit. And that's what we are doing on Amazon, is we're siphoning some of what Amazon's ecosystem is for our own benefit. Now, again, Amazon already has millions of hungry customers. They've already done all the research. They've already done all the marketing. They've already primed their people to become buyers. I didn't have to do that, right? Now, here's another cool thing. Did you know, for the most part, Amazon doesn't sell anything? Only about 5% of the products, maybe 10, are Amazon products. So what is Amazon? Amazon really is a gigantic super affiliate. They sell other people's stuff. And what a brilliant model that is. Jeff said, you know what? I can go out and find 1,000,000 products to sell and keep all the money for myself, but that's going to take years and years and years to be able to do that, and an ungodly amount of money to manage that. Or I can find 1,000,000 people who have something to sell, let them sell it, I'll promote it, and I take a percentage of the sale. What a beautiful model. So Amazon needs more people like you and I to put things in their ecosystem, because that's where their revenue comes from. So Amazon also pays for the advertising, right? Did you know when you see a product that's being advertised on Google, Facebook, and it has an Amazon URL, did you know that most likely than not, that is a product that Amazon is actually paying for the ads on Google? Who do you think has a better rate with Google AdWords or with Facebook? You and I, or Amazon? Amazon's probably spending $10 million a day. So of course they're going to get the cheapest rate. So Amazon's figured, well, since I'm paying pennies, I might as well drive traffic to some of these products, because it's a win-win for everybody. They make more money, we make more money. The other thing that Amazon does is Amazon does retargeting. And for those of you who don't know what retargeting is, basically is, let's say you're on a website and you're looking at a purple couch. You leave that website, you go to another website, and you're looking at a red Toyota. Well, here is an ad on the Toyota website that says, hey, do you still need that purple couch? Well, that's retargeting. And Amazon actually pays for the cost to do that. So when someone looks at your product and then they go to another website, Amazon keeps showing them an ad for your product until they buy. And then the other one that Amazon does is an email. So someone looks at your product, they leave Amazon and they didn't buy. That night, they're going to get an email that says, hey, Bob, hey, Mary, hey, Sue, I see you were looking at Greg's product and you didn't buy it. Here's a coupon for 10% off. Go back and buy it. I mean, the technology to be able to do that is insane. You and I could never create that kind of technology. Now, Amazon also fulfills your product. Now, there's two ways you sell on Amazon. There's FBM, fulfilled by merchant, FBA, fulfilled by Amazon, and let me explain both. So fulfilled by merchant, you do the fulfilling. In other words, someone goes to Amazon, they buy your product, Amazon will send you an email that says, hey, Bob, hey, Mary, hey, Sue, you just made a sale. You've got to go to the post office and ship that product to the customer. So every day you got to go to the post office and ship product. Now, whether you're on vacation or not vacation, you got to get your product out. Now, FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. That means Amazon does the work. So same scenario, someone buys your product, except this time Amazon sends you an email, hey Bob, hey Mary, hey Sue, you just made a sale, but don't worry about it. We've already taken the product off the shelf, we've already put it in the mail, and then we've also sent the customer an email letting them know that the product is coming, and we'll just send you a check for your profits in the next couple days, right? Which is a better model? I'd rather number two, because I could be anywhere in the world, yet my sales are happening. So my marketing is happening, and my fulfilling is also happening as well. That's a beautiful thing to have. That's why this is not a get rich quick. See, most get rich quicks is nobody does any work and make $1 billion. This is the work is getting done. It's just getting done for you on your behalf, right? Now, did you notice I said Amazon does the work, Amazon does the marketing, Amazon pays for the ads, Amazon does the fulfilling, Amazon does all the work. Here's a screenshot from my computer, and look what it says. Amazon has shipped a product you sold. Amazon has shipped a product you've sold. Amazon has shipped a product you sold. Notice nowhere does it say you've got to go ship this product. It's already done for me. In fact, shipped is in past tense. It's already done, right? That's the beauty. So how much easier is it for you to succeed when you've got a partner who's willing to do most of the heavy lifting for you? Okay. Now, secret number two, instead of one high volume, super competitive product, you're better off in smaller niche markets that nobody cares about. So let's talk about this. How do you build a six-figure business without having a six-figure product? Most internet marketers think the only way to build a six-figure business is to find a super hot product that millions of people are searching for. And true, there's some truth to that. But instead of one high volume, super competitive product, you're better off in several smaller niche markets that nobody cares about. So what do I mean by this? Products that can sell six figures are going to have 6 figures worth of competition, right? You think you're going to walk into a market and someone who's making $200,000-300,000 a year is going to let you walk in and take market share from them and just say, oh yeah, you can have it, I'm making enough money. Heck no, they're going to make it so hard for you to make money, it's going to be unbelievable. So the answer is, instead of one product that makes you $50,000 per month, well, why don't you find 10 products that only make $5,000 per month, right? And here's the thing, it's still 50K, but you're doing it 5K at a time. And the reality is, markets like these are a waste of time for the big players, right? Super affiliates can't do that. Think about it. Imagine IBM is having a meeting, a board meeting, and somebody says, man, I can't wait until we launch that product. Man, if we can get $9,000 a month in sales, that's going to be amazing. Could you imagine a board meeting in IBM talking about that? I mean, $9,000 doesn't pay for the security guards, okay? So big companies, super affiliates, you know, if there's a super affiliate making, you know, 7 figures on ClickBank, they don't want to waste time on a $5,000 a month product. It's not worth their time, okay? So, but here's the deal. Now you're in markets where there's no competition. And what happens when there's no competition is you rank instantly and you make money much faster. Remember, way easier to make 5K than it is to make 50K. Now, let's look at this math here. If you had 10 products that do 2 sales a day each, by the way, if you have a product that only does 2 sales a day, that is not success, folks. That's failure. 2 sales a day, maybe it might help you pay the groceries. But if you have 10 products that are failing like that, and each one is making you, let's say, $27 in your pocket, well, guess what? That's $540 a day, right? You see that? What we're doing is we're aggregating the failures. So instead of one little thing, we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. Now when you add that up, that's some serious money, okay? And by the way, remember, these are in markets that your competition doesn't care about. So now, secret number 3. There are massive untapped categories on Amazon where you can make 6 figures or more, okay? So what do I mean? Let's talk about this. Most internet marketers follow the herd and try to sell the same things that everyone else is selling on Amazon. We see it all the time. Everybody wants to sell the same old things. And the problem is, internet marketers think Amazon is saturated. They've been around for 20 years. It's a saturated place. And reality is, that's not the case, especially if, you know, it's only the case if you're selling the same things as everyone else. Here's the secret sauce. Selling high-end information courses on Amazon is completely untapped and wide open for the picking. Let me repeat that. Selling high-end information courses on Amazon is untapped and wide open. So what is this? What is high-end information? First of all, what is information? It's teaching somebody how to do X, how to do Y, how to do Z. Guys, what is college? Isn't college a very expensive 4-year information course, right? How to do accounting, how to do real estate, or how to do nursing, how to do teaching. Isn't that what college is, right? But here's the thing. The thing about information is it's extremely easy to create and sell. Why do I want to sell information? Because if I'm going to sell blenders, that's expensive. That's hard. If I want to create a course and sell it, okay, give me 2 hours. I'm done, right? Now, millions of people already search Amazon every day for information. So guess what I don't have to do? I don't have to teach people to go to Amazon and search for information. They're already doing that. Think about Kindle. Think about books. Now, the challenge is there's a lot of competition in Kindle. There's a lot of competition in the books, right? There's millions of those books out there. So I don't want to compete in the book category. Here's the other problem with the books. How much money can you make on books, right? Books is $7, $8. Guys, tell me, what's the most you spent on a Kindle book? Type that into the chat box. Let's see what you guys have said. What is the most you've spent on a Kindle book? Okay, we're getting some numbers here. Mark says 25. See, guys, Mark is a big baller. He spends $25 on his Kindle books. I'm going to tell you the most I've spent, I might be $3.99, maybe $6.99 for a book. Not a lot of money, right? Now, let me tell you something. I took one of my ebooks that we were selling on Kindle for $3. It was either $2.99 or $3.99. I took that product and I repurposed it as a physical product. I know you're thinking, physical product. Well, how the heck did you do that? I'm going to show you in a second. That product now sells for $27 to $40. Not one word was changed in the content. It was the identical product. All I changed was the format. Okay. Now, the other thing is this. Guys, the physical side of Amazon is 10 times bigger than the Kindle and books anyway. Plus, it's the expensive side. Right now, I'm selling my product next to people looking at washing machines and blenders. Imagine if you were going to sell some clothing item. I would open a store next to Saks Fifth Avenue, right? I'm not going to open my clothing store next to Walmart because people go to Walmart, don't want to spend money. People going to Saks are the big ballers. That's where I want to have my product, okay? So that's the thing. Now we're on the physical side where people are spending the money. Now, like I said, the physical side also way more profitable than the not physical side. So let's talk about what is a physical product. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you a head blown moment. CDs. You can create a CD and sell it. Now, a CD holds 1 hour of content. So guys, how long does it take to create a CD? 1 hour. So this is not something you've got to do all day. I know you guys are thinking nobody wants a CD. Hold on, right? So a CD takes 1 hour to create, and the CD is going to be audio, okay? The next one is a DVD. A DVD can hold about 4 hours of video, okay? Now, I can teach you how to lose weight in an audio CD, but I can't teach you how to fly a plane in the audio CD. I need a DVD for that because I got things I got to show you. So if it's things that they need to see, put it on a DVD. If it's things that they can just hear, you put it on a CD. Now, there's about 5 or 6 other formats I'm going to show you, but this is the first two, okay? Now, I know you're thinking, Greg, no one uses CDs or DVDs anymore. And the beauty of what we're doing is it's a good thing that you think that way because so is your competition, okay? Now, here's the truth. Some do, some don't. So what? I don't care about the people who don't buy and use DVDs. I'm selling to the people who do. Do you know how many baby boomers with disposable income there are that still have a DVD in the house? I still have 2 or 3 of them in the house, right? Remember, some do, some don't. So what? So instead of taking my word for it, let's go to Amazon. Switch here. One sec. There we go. Okay, make sure you guys see Amazon. Make sure you guys can see my screen. I think you guys can. Okay, cool. So let's go to Amazon and let's do some searches. Let's see if anybody is looking and buying DVDs. Now, before I show you something in the DVD category, look at this, guys. Now, Amazon started doing something recently where they actually show you the number of people who actually searched for something or purchased something the previous month. Look at that, guys. 1,000 people purchased this cassette tape last month. 4,000 people purchased this cassette tape last month. Guys, is that head blown? A cassette tape. Who would have thought people are still using cassette tapes? It's insane, right? But let's go. Let's type in weight loss DVD. Okay, look at the very first product. That one it's a weight loss DVD set. They sold 300 units last month. Let me take out my calculator over here. 300 times 59. That did $17,000 in sales last month. Now, guys, that's a bigger product, right? Remember I said we need to go for the easy stuff. So let's look at something simple. Let's see here. Okay, here's one. This one sold 100 units at 100 times 24.99. That's $2,490 this one product over here made the previous month. How many of those $2,400 products would you create? Would you just do one? Maybe you would do 10. What is 10? 10 comes out to $24,000 last month, right? And that is Strong and Active for seniors. Let's continue. This one did $1,400 last month. Let's look what else we got here. This one did 200 sales last month. This one did $3,000 last month. Let's look up another one here. Okay. Oh, I got a good one for you. Stretching DVD. Okay, 50 units last month. 50 units. This product did 400 units last month at $20. 400 times 20. That's $8,000 teaching people how to stretch. Now, the interesting thing is this guy is doing a weight loss product, but he looks like he needs to lose a little weight. So I don't know how that works, but he's making the money. Who cares, right? Let's see what else we have on the page. This one did 50. This one did 50. Guys, this is a real search right now. You're seeing the results. Let's look at another one. Okay, let's do yoga chair DVD. Look at this, guys. 300 people purchased this at $2,400. 700 people purchased this last month. 700 times 19.99. That product did $13,000. That's just one product. Imagine having 2, 3, or 4 of these. Let's show you another one. This one is 2-volume DVD collection guitar. Now this one, I don't know how much they sold last month, but what I want to show you is the price, $70. Because I told you we're selling high end. We're not selling $2.99 Kindle ebooks. We're selling $70, $80, $100 products. What does that mean? Margins. These are very inexpensive products to create. So let's go back to our presentation here. Guys, was that a head blown moment? If that was, type that in the chat box. So now, look, this is a keyword tool that I use that searches Amazon. Last month, 421,800 people searched for a CD, 341,700 searched for a CD player, 575,900 searched for a DVD, and 268,000 searched for a DVD player. Guys, people are looking for CDs and DVDs. Now, how about this? Sony, at the end of 2022, sold about 22 million of their PlayStations, and Xbox sold about 15 million. So we're talking about somewhere around 40, 50 million units into the marketplace. What does each one of those have? Look at that, folks, a Blu-ray DVD player. So the belief that people aren't using DVDs and they don't have a way to play them doesn't exist. There's a lot of people with these devices. Now, here's another question. So do people really buy CDs and DVDs in 2024, right? Well, let me show you what one of my students sent me. Okay, so here's a screenshot. As you can see, this was February 22nd, 2024. My student says, okay, Greg, hopefully I can provide you with some updated social proof. I just got my shipment of DVDs for my product in yesterday, and I shipped them out to Amazon a few minutes ago. As you can see, I only ordered 34 units. Now, let's answer the cost question. What does it cost to do this? He sent 34 DVDs to Amazon. Each DVD cost him $1.50. His total cost was $51. Now, do you have to break the bank to do this? No, it's $51, okay? That's the price of having coffee about 10 times a month, okay? Now, as you can see here, that was the 22nd. As you can see here, by February 28th, 2024, he sent me the screenshot, and he says, hey, quick update. One of my units finally hit Amazon today, and I immediately got my first sale. The other 33 are still in FC transfer, so it will probably be another few days before I get my next sale. So immediately, first day, made his first sale. Remember what I said. When you're going after the smaller markets, what happens? You make sales much faster. That's why it's better to go after smaller markets than large markets. Now, this is a screenshot he sent me by May 6th. So between February 26th and May 6th, 2024, that brand new product did $10,783.75. in sales. That's a DVD, folks. Okay, so let's continue. What are some of the other formats? We've got USB stick, right? Every device still has a USB stick, so you can put your content on USB. You have flashcards. Flashcards are paper, right? Anyone can use paper. Think about students who have studied. Think people want to learn. As a matter of fact, let's do a quick search on Amazon. Let's go to Learn Phonics flashcard. Okay, guys, this flashcard set sold 4,000 units last month times $17.99. That is a $71,000 product, right? So do I have to sell a CD or DVD? No, could be USB, could be flashcard, could be posters. It could even be an 8.5 by 11 cheat sheet. My best-selling cheat sheet over the last, I don't know how many years, I've done 7 figures in sales with. I've sold about 70,000 units on a $16 piece of paper, okay? So the most expensive item on this page will cost about $2 to duplicate, and the cheapest item, which is the cheat sheet, costs about 18 cents to duplicate, okay? Now, we've also figured out how to sell high-end priced products that are fully downloadable. In other words, no CD, no DVD, no cheat sheet. It's fully downloadable. In other words, the customer is downloading the content from our website. So how does that work? So basically, you put your product on the Amazon Marketplace. By the way, I've only found one other person who is doing this. You put your product on the Amazon Marketplace. You price it between $27 and $197. And then what happens is this. You're going to send your passwords. You're going to create a website with a username and password. And what you're going to be sending to the customer is the password for them to download your product. But guess what? Amazon is the one who's going to be sending out those passwords to the customer for you. And your cost per customer, per password you create is 5 cents. It's typically what I'm paying right now. So then Amazon sends that to the customer. The customer then goes to your website, and then they download your content. Guys, think of how crazy that is. Okay, so now let me give you a 4-step process of how the whole process works. Very simple. Step number 1, we need to find a hot market. Notice I didn't say create one. Number 2 is it selling on Amazon? Number 3, can I rank on Amazon fast? I don't want to rank slow. And then can I get content to create my product? Okay, so notice I didn't say, can I drive traffic? Can I do marketing? Can I create a landing page? Yada, yada. None of that matters. We don't need any of that stuff. That doesn't exist anymore for what we're doing. So let's find a hungry market. What do all niche markets, let me rephrase that. What do all lucrative niche markets have in common? They all have one thing in common, guys. You want to know what that is? Someone is already selling to them very successfully. You are not going to be the first person to find a super hot, lucrative niche market. Somebody's already doing it. Well, if that is the case, well, why don't we use AI to find hungry markets? I mean, look, ChatGPT is smarter than all of us combined. So let's go to ChatGPT and take a look. Okay, here's a search that I did. And look what I said. Hey, can you give me a list of 10 to 20 how-to information-based courses that have sold more than 50,000 units, include the name of the course and where it's being sold? Okay, what do we have here? Tableau 2020. I don't even know what that is, but 210,000 people paid for that course. Excel, 128,000. Financial analyst course, 247,000. Financial analyst, again, 182,000 people. Investing in stocks, 111,000. AWS certification, 500,000. What does that tell you by AWS certification? Learn ethical hacking from scratch, 374,000. Guys, you see that? I asked ChatGPT what I should sell. Look at the next one that I said. Okay, Chat, give me a list of niche markets that someone would go to Google and start their search with the words how to. Give me 20 and include the search volume. Again, anyone searching for how to, they're looking for information. How to lose weight, 150,000 searches per month. how to make money online, 110,000 searches per month, how to start a blog, how to cook, how to play guitar, how to code, how to knit, how to gardening has 50,000 searches per month. So you see, guys, you can try to be the genius to come up with something, or you can let the technology tell you, here's where the money's at. Then once we have the top level market, now we can dive deep down and say, okay, let's sub-niche and figure out what we're going to do. Look at this other one. Okay, so I said, hey, chat, if you were a college kid and you were looking to buy some quick study cheat sheets, right? I showed you the cheat sheets to help you study. Give me some ideas of what you would buy that you'd spend $10 to $15 for. Look at this: math formulas, science program, history timelines, English, foreign language, business and economics, psychology. Look, I don't even have to think in what I need to create. The tool is already telling me what I need to do. So we use the technology to tell us what to do. So we don't have to worry about finding a hungry niche market. Now, let me show you. So, by the way, if that was head blown, guys, did you see how I asked ChatGPT what I should sell? If that's head blown, type that into the chat box. So look at some other markets just by doing the how-to search. How to grow weed indoors for beginners, and you just can't make this up. How to grow weed outdoors for beginners came up second. I guess we got a lot of weed heads in the United States. How to eat clean, how to edit videos. Guys, why does it make sense? How to edit videos was one of the top searches. Everybody wants to be an Instagram star. Everybody wants to be a TikTok star these days. So they want to learn how to edit videos. What a hot product to sell right now. How to fall asleep, how to get rid of bed bugs, how to get rid of acne, how to have twins. By the way, I know the secret to having twins. You put a little Barry White music in the background, you dim the lights, throw on some candles, and we can have some twins. In fact, I'm taking some volunteers. That's my next product. Yeah, like my wife would actually let me create that one. She'd kill me. But how to install a toilet, how to improve your credit score. If your credit score is in the tanks, no pun intended there, and you're trying to buy a house, what's the cost to that? Instead of paying $1,200 a month for your mortgage is $1,500 a month because you got a higher interest rate. Well, let me ask you something. Would you pay me $50 if I could save you $300 a month to teach you how to improve your credit score? That's a no-brainer. That's not even an expense. That's a savings. How to lose weight. The only problem with how to lose weight, high-end market. That's where all the big boys are. How about we niche it down? How to lose belly fat, right? That's where you're going to be. There's going to be no competition. So now we picked our market. We're going to install toilets, okay? That's what we're going to sell. Now the question is it making money on Amazon? And that's what I want to find out. Because if no one's making money on Amazon, well, why would I make money, right? I'm not no genius, okay? So what I want to do is I want to sell where the competition is. Guys, let's see who knows the answer to this. Why do you want to sell where the competition is? Tell me that. Why do you want to sell where the competition is? Type that into the chat box. Okay? Because that proves the market. John, you're correct. There's another reason. Let's see if anybody else can guess it before I reveal what that reason is. Okay, demand. Yep. That's true. Okay, let me tell you guys the reason. It's so we can copy. All right, let me be more politically correct. So we can model after. Guys, think about it. If there's a product that's making $1 million a year on Amazon, what did they just tell you? They told you what to sell. They told you where to sell it. They told you what your price should be. They told you what your product should look like. They told you what your titles should be. They told you what your keywords should be. They gave you everything you needed to know before you even lifted a finger. That's why you want to sell where the competition is. Yes, it shows there's money there, but they did all the work for you. If you sell where there's no competition, you got to figure all that on your own. And it's not that you can't do it, but who wants to wait 6-7 months figuring that out on their own? Let me start today and know I'm already in a position of success, okay? So that's why we sell where there's competition. Now, I'm only going to sell what's already making money on Amazon. If they're making money, why can't I? All I have to do is rank on the same page, right? If they are making money, Why can't I? That's the question that I always ask myself. So, okay, now we found out that, yeah, we can make money on Amazon with installed toilets. There's a lot of people making money there. Now the question is, can I rank on Amazon fast for the keywords that have to do with toilets? So here's the thing. It's all in the keywords when it comes to Amazon, okay? Amazon is a keyword-based algorithm. Most people search for a solution to a problem, not for a product. In other words, people go to Amazon and they search back pain relief. They say back exercises, right? Now, here's the problem. Most marketers sell by the name of the product and not by what people are searching, right? They sell by the name of the product, not by what people are searching. In other words, most marketers say, I have an ABC gizmo. I have ABC back gizmo. Well, there's a huge void, and the void is the customer doesn't know what your product is. So when they're searching, you're invisible, okay? So I'm going to do a quick test. I'm going to show you 2 titles for a product that to be sold on Amazon, and the product is a time management course. Now, I want you to tell me which one do you think is going to make more money on Amazon? Is it title A or is it title B? Okay, is it title A or is it title B? And then I want you to tell me why you think it's title A and why you think it's title B. So title 1, how CEOs get more things done in an afternoon, the secret to super productivity, or is it B, time management course for CEOs, how to increase productivity and get more things done in an afternoon? Now, let me throw a caveat. Both of these are amazing titles. They're both really, really good. But only one is going to make more money on Amazon. Tell me which one you think it is, and why do you think it is that one? Okay. So far, we're getting almost 50-50.
My guess is B, Greg. I'm jumping in for this one. I like both titles, but I'm guessing B.
Okay, tell me why you think B.
I'm going with the keyword searches. Like if I'm searching for something, you got time management course, you got increased productivity, get more things done. Those are keywords that they could be individual, searching for time management, searching for productivity, searching for getting things done. So 3 separate things.
See, that's why you never ask an internet marketer, because they always give things away when they're not supposed to. Dude, that's 100% correct. Remember what we're selling, time management course. What's the first 3 words? Time management course. Even though A is an amazing title, the problem is there's not a single keyword in there. Okay, let me give you guys a better example. When you put your thing in a box and you send that to Amazon, do you know Amazon doesn't know if that's a time management course or are you selling rat traps? They have no idea what's in the box. Nobody opens the box to see, oh, he's selling plants. So how does Amazon know? You have to tell them with your keywords in your title. That's a little secret that only the smart marketers understand. Most people, what they're going to put in there is A, because they're going to say A looks amazing. Okay, so the secret, guys, is in your title. So your competition is not the market. In other words, you can go in the weight loss space, even though weight loss is a huge space. I'm not competing against the keyword weight loss. I'm going to compete against the smaller words in weight loss that my competition is not using. Okay, so it's the keywords that you want to find. Right? So now we picked our market. We're going after install toilets. We find out it's a big market on Amazon. We found we can rank. Now we got to create our content. I'm not a plumber. I don't know anything about installing toilets. So what is the first thing I'm going to do? By the way, did you notice creating your content is the last step? What do most internet marketers do? First thing they do, create the content. Then they try to sell it. I do it in reverse. I see if I can sell it, then I create the content. If the first 3 parts don't add up for me, why am I going to create a product that is not making any money on Amazon? Why am I going to create a product that I know I can't rank for? It's a waste of time. So that's the last thing. So I only create content once I know I have a winner on my hands. That's the only absolute time I take the action. Okay? So don't reinvent the wheel. Repurpose what's already out there. The content is already there, folks. I don't have to be a plumber to create content on how to install toilets. I mean, my God, we got ChatGPT to do it for us. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to go to chat. So some of you are plumbers. Many of you got A's in algebra in high school. Some of you can scuba dive. Some of you can skydive. Some of you are plumbers and contractors. So guess what? You can share the knowledge that's already in your head. No worries. Take that knowledge in your head, record it, save it, boom, sell it. Maybe you're like me. I got a D in geometry in high school. I failed calculus in college. I almost drowned 3 times. True story. So you're not going to find me scuba diving. And I do not understand why anyone would jump out of a completely safe plane with seats and food and drinks and beverages to float to the ground to see if you can not crash. That makes no sense to me. So guess what? I would have to share somebody else's knowledge. I can find a scuba diver. I can find a skydiver and say, hey, look, we'll create the content. You jump out of the plane. I'll be down here taking the pictures, right? It doesn't have to be me. And with ChatGPT, my goodness, I'm going straight to AI. Let's see what AI can give me. So I'm going to go to AI. The other place I'm going to go to find ideas, why not go to Amazon itself? There's a little thing called Kindle. What is Kindle? Books, information courses. Well, if something is selling very well on the Kindle side, why would it not sell well on the physical side? The work's already done. Then you can create the content yourself. Remember, repurpose what's already out there. Don't reinvent the wheel. By the way, notice I didn't say copy people's work. I said repurpose. Take it, make it better, make it different. You can outsource it. I'd rather pay someone $100 and let them do the work for me than for me to sit down and do the work. Here, you can use PLR. Now, for those who aren't sure, PLR stands for private label rights. That's where you buy resale rights to products that you could sell. You don't want to do that on Kindle, because on Kindle, you've got to upload a PDF, and Amazon has the ability to read that PDF. Well, we're sending a DVD, a poster, a cheat sheet, a CD. There's nothing to read there, right? So you can take PLR and convert it into an audio product. By the way, I've done that, and send to Amazon, okay? The one that I really like, though, is license. The difference between PLR and license is PLR, somebody created the product with the intention of reselling it. License is somebody created a product that they intended to sell for themselves, but then I call them up and say, hey, I like your content. Can I pay you X number of dollars to have the rights to sell it? So the person who's doing the PLR is not going to create as good of content as the person who created to sell for themselves. That's why I prefer license versus PLR. And then the next thing is I'm going to partner with somebody else. Like I said, I don't have to be a skydiver to create a skydiving course. I can partner with somebody who is a skydiver, and like I said, I'm going to take the pictures. Oh, by the way, there's going to be a clause in the contract. The clause is if your parachute doesn't open and you smack the ground a little bit harder than you should have and you don't make it, we still go live with the course. It's just unfortunate you don't get to share in the money. I'll like they say, we're going to pour some for our homies who are not there. So now, how do we scale our business? We got a product, we're making money. Now it's time to scale, okay? So here's what your goal is. Your goal is not to make $1 million next Saturday. Your goal is to create 5 to 10 courses over the next 2 to 3 years, and that's going to generate you between $1,000 to $2,000 a month each, and then you grow it. I just made a list recently. I'm targeting about 100 new products that we're going to create over the next 2 to 3 years. Do the math on that, guys. 100 products, if each of those only does 100 sales a month, right, times $10 profit, that's, I don't know what that is, 400,000 a month. I don't know the math. Somebody do the math and let me know. But that's where I'm looking at, and that's what you guys should look at as well. Now, once you sell them, what's the next thing is upsell. It's a natural part of marketing is the upsell process. So how do we do that on Amazon? So basically, when someone buys your product, Amazon is going to deliver your product to them. With that delivery, you're going to include marketing information that takes the customer to then buy your secondary or even your third product. The beauty is that costs you absolutely nothing to do that. So the extra revenue is completely yours to do, right? So now let's talk about something that I call a kit. So what is a kit? A kit is the most profitable thing you can sell on Amazon. Basically, you're going to take 2 items that most people are selling for $10 a piece. And what you're going to do is you're going to take those 2 items, you're going to put them in one package. You're going to sell them as one. But instead of selling them for $20, now you're selling them for $30, $40. Because why? You created a bundle. Basically, it's a fancy word for bundle. But the thing about bundling is the psychology behind a bundle. So let me give you an example. Here is an apple. If I said to you guys, hey, give me $1.50 for this apple, most of you would say, why would I give you $1.50 for that apple when I can go to the grocery store and get it for 30 cents, right? Most of you wouldn't do it. Well, here's a fruit basket, and that's a Harry and David fruit basket, right? Why does a Harry and David fruit basket with 10 apples or 10 pears costs $100? That's $10 to $15 per apple, $10 to $15 per pear. Why is that? Because the human mind, the minute it sees a bundle, it sees value. It's willing to pay more for the exact same item. All right, so how do we do that with information? Well, here's how. You have multiple CDs. You have workbooks. You have a cheat sheet. You have multiple pieces. You have 2 DVDs. You have 2 flashcards. You have 2 posters. You have a cheat sheet and a CD. You have multiple items in the package. I mean, guys, which would you pay $100 for? This one DVD? By the way, I've seen DVDs on Amazon that sell for $100 or $200, but it's not the norm for just one. So would you pay $100 for this, or would you pay $100 for this product here with 10 DVDs and all of that? Now, let me tell you a little secret. I didn't say the product on the right has more content than the product on the left. It could be the identical content. It's just broken down into multiple pieces, so it looks like you're getting more stuff, but it's the same thing, okay? So remember, a kit is the most profitable thing because very few people have a kit on Amazon. So that means you're on an island by yourself, okay? And you can charge whatever you want when you're on an island by yourself. If we have time later on, I may do an Amazon search and show you what one of those would look like. Okay, now can I do books? Sure, you can do books, but don't do a single book, do a book set. So if you had a book that was 100 pages, 200 pages, break it down into 30 pages, into 2 or 3 different books. Now you can charge 20, 30 bucks for that same book that would have only been $8. So create a book set with your content. Now you can sell multiples of them. All right, guys, are you enjoying yourself so far? Let me know in the chat box. I want to make sure that we are going in the right direction. Let me know if you guys are enjoying yourself. Okay. And James asked about master resale rights. Yeah, James, you can do that as well. Awesome, awesome. We are getting some yeses. Guys, in the beginning, I made a promise to you that I was going to show you something that was going to be a lot of head-blown moments, and I told you I was going to do that. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourself, and I have over-delivered on that. Thank you, Manuel. Thank you, Nicola. Awesome, awesome. So what did we cover today? Secret number 1, that you can build a very profitable business on Amazon in no time, even if you have 0 experience. It doesn't take a lot of experience. Let Amazon do the work, guys. Don't try to do it from scratch. I've built businesses from scratch. You don't want to know the work that goes into that, right? On Amazon, it's just, oh, I got an idea. Let me send them a box to Amazon. Boom, done, okay? Secret number 2, smaller untapped markets are more profitable than large ones. I would rather fight the mom and pops than fight the giants and the smart people. I do not want to go against the smart people. I'd rather go against the smaller markets, the people who don't care, because I can start making sales almost instantly. Secret number 3, why selling information on Amazon is way more easier and way more profitable than anything else. I mean, look, I'm selling an 18-cent cheat sheet for $17. Guys, my cost is 18 cents, right? There's nothing easier than that. Number 2, I can create my content like that, okay? Especially with ChatGPT, okay? If I was going to sell a blender, it takes weeks to do that. So why information, and why information on Amazon? Number 1, 95% hands-off business. Amazon is doing most of the work. Absolutely 0 experience required. When I started selling on Amazon, I didn't have any Amazon experience, not a single bit, okay? It's a 100% buyer search engine. Google is a information search engine. Amazon is a buyer search engine, and I'm going to show you why that's important in a second. The traffic is free. Now, you can buy traffic. In fact, I would recommend that you do that, but you don't have to. So for the most part, the traffic is free. You don't have to pay for it. It's way cheaper and easier to create an information product than it is to sell blenders. If I'm going to sell blenders, I got to order 1,000 blenders from somewhere at $10 a piece. Well, guess what? That's $10,000 worth of blenders that I got to go buy, right? Plus, it's going to take me 6 months to get them. So speed to market on a physical product, 5-6 months out. Speed to market on a physical product, I'm live next Saturday, okay? It's easy to outsource. So if I want to get someone to create my content for me, look, I got ChatGPT, I got AI, I got, things like, Fiverr, I've got things like Upwork and Guru.com. I can go any of those places and have someone create my content, okay? And the beauty, no one thinks of Amazon as a content distribution channel, yet Amazon is the single largest content distribution channel on the planet. Who sells more books than Amazon? Who? In fact, go down Main Street in any city in America or the world and tell me if you see a bookstore downtown anymore. Amazon's put all of them out of business. Who did they put out of business? Was it Barnes & Noble or Nook? Somebody they put out a big bookstore, right? They just don't exist anymore. People are going to Amazon looking for content. So all of this means it's faster to your first sale. Now, the number one reason why Amazon, guys, conversions. On an average website, if you can get, for every 100 people to visit your website, if 1 to 3 of them buys your product, that's considered great. 1 is great, 3 is amazing. So 3% conversion rate is considered amazing. On Amazon, look at this one product we're selling. We were as low as 23%, but as high as 36%. That means 36 out of every 100 people are buying the product. Let me rephrase that. 36 out of every 100 people are buying the product. And in the real world, 1 to 3 is considered great. On Amazon, 1 to 3 is considered terrible. Absolute terrible. But remember, who's on Amazon? These are the super buyers, okay? So guys, let's get a couple things out the way. You don't need a website. You don't need marketing. You don't need advertising. You don't need search engines. You don't even need PPC. In fact, if you cannot spell PPC, don't worry about it. You don't need it. You don't need Facebook. You don't need product fulfillment. You don't need Shopify. You don't need Google. You don't need competition. You don't need ClickFunnels. You don't need all that stuff. Now, you probably will need a Groove account, and let me tell you why. Because remember I said you want your content to be downloadable? Boom, put it in the back end of your Groove page, and now you can take your customers there to download your content from you. So a lot of the things that would hold you back in the past, you don't need anymore. So let me talk about what motivated me to get started. So my journey, true story, okay? I had a friend, he told me his daughter was making $40 a day on Amazon, and she was 8 years old. And I said, well, that's not cool. So she's kicking my butt because I had thought about Amazon. I was terrified. It was 2014 and everybody kept talking about it. So after seeing that, I said, oh yeah, I'm getting started on Amazon. So let me show you what happened. So we went live on, I want to say it was August 18th, 2014. Within 24 hours, I made a sale, $9.95. I'm jumping for joy. My wife thinks I'm crazy, but I'm jumping for joy. Then first month, now there's 12 days in the month, so I did $69.89. Second month, $374.28. Third month, $1,987. Guys, 3 months into a brand new business, I'm already at $2K per month per sale. Okay. Fourth month, $3,004. Fifth, $2,165. Sixth, $2,521. Now at this point, I implemented something called the Better Customer Experience Program. Basically, I spent $40 and 30 minutes of my time. Basically, I created a way to get more reviews from customers, right? I saw that if I can get reviews, I can get more sales, okay? So that's what I did. Well, let me show you what happened. The very next month, 3,000. So we went from 2,500 to the very next month, 3,871, 4,913, 4,961, 4,865, 6,639, 13,950, 14,649, 17,213. By the way, my wife is no longer thinking I'm crazy by that point. One day, $923. Our best month It was $43,181. By the way, this week or this month, I think it was that month. No, that wasn't the one. I'm going to show you guys something in a second. Tom is going to like this one. So again, let's get a couple things out the way. I'm nobody. Who will buy from me? My name, Greg Caesar, is not on anything, so it has nothing to do with you. Nobody knows they're buying from me. My names come out of the phone book or the yellow pages or somewhere on the internet. I make all my names up. I live in another country. Who cares, right? By the way, once you find a working product, you should be in every country Amazon sells a product, has a distribution channel. Each and every one. You should be in Australia, Mexico, Canada, US, UK. You should be in all of them. So who cares what country you're from? Information is free on YouTube. Sure it is. So is algebra and calculus, yet people are paying $40,000 to get algebra at Yale, right? Remember, they're not going to Amazon. They're going to YouTube. They're going to Amazon with a credit card in their hand that says, my back aches. So whatever solution comes up, that's what they're going to buy. What do I know? What can I teach? You don't have to know jack. The only thing you need to know, does it sell on Amazon? And if it sells on Amazon, you can find somebody who's got the content. Got nothing to do with you. I have no experience. Can I do this? If an 8-year-old girl can do it, you can as well. Nothing should stop you. I don't have the time. Hogwash. Everybody has the time. Get up half hour early in the morning, go to bed half hour later in the evening. Everybody has the time. If it's going to change your life, find the time. Can I afford to do this? Look, I showed you my students sent in $51 worth of CDs and DVDs into Amazon. If $51 is something that is out of the budget, this is not the right time to get started. Wait, save your money till you're ready to do it. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. Okay, does this still work today? Did Amazon go out of business? Did humans stop consuming content? Those are the two things that has to happen for this to stop working. Amazon has to go out of business. And by the way, when Amazon does, somebody else is going to take their place. But then humans have to stop consuming content. That's the other thing that has to happen. So, guys, who wants to take things to the next level? If that is you, type I am ready in the chat box. Let me see who is ready. Okay, we are getting some yeses. Awesome, awesome. Guys, let me tell you about the Amazon Profit System. That is our step-by-step training designed for beginners and intermediate marketers who want to create an automated Amazon income stream without having to spend a lot of money and a lot of time, which is going to allow you to make more money faster than you've ever made and with less efforts and without the struggles of building a traditional, normal internet business. When I created this training, I remembered what it was like when I was getting started. I knew absolutely nothing about Amazon. I knew about other marketing things, but not Amazon. So when I created the course, I thought about you who is the beginner. You've never sold anything. So I've made sure that I didn't leave anything behind. The other thing that I did is I didn't just tell you what to do. I told you why we're doing it. And the reason that is because I believe in teaching you how to fish. Because once you understand the why, you could do anything. Nothing can stop you. Okay. Now, if you are an intermediate marketer, you're starting to make a little bit of traction, you're getting a couple sales here and there, this is great for you to add on as a secondary source of income because it's so easy to do that it doesn't take away from anything that you're doing. If you got a job, it doesn't take away from that. If you got 2 jobs, it doesn't take away from that because on average, I may spend an hour, maybe an hour and a half to create a project. So it doesn't take away from that. Now, if you are some of my advanced friends, and whenever I show one of my advanced friends what we're doing, the first thing they say is, oh yeah, I'm going to hire a team and put out 1,000 products. You understand scale, so this makes sense to you as well. So what are we going to get? You're going to get the complete step-by-step home study program. You're going to learn how to find the most profitable niche markets. I gave you some examples today. I'm going to show you the strategy I use to guarantee success. We go into really deep dive in the training. I'm going to show you how to create your content in an afternoon. Look, I don't want to spend a week creating content. In fact, my record is a piece of content that I created in an afternoon and sold about 7 figures worth of that product. I created it in an afternoon with my microphone and my computer. It took me about 2 hours, okay? I'm going to show you what kind of kits. I didn't get a chance to show you guys the kits, but I'm going to show you what kind of kits we go after and how to create them. And I'm going to show you how to reach your customers globally on Amazon, even outside of your home country. Because if you're in Australia, you want to reach customers worldwide. If you're in the United States, you want to reach customers in Australia, right? So how do you do that? We're going to show you how to build a massive buyer list. We didn't even get to talk about that aspect of it. So one of the things that we're also doing is we're building a buyer list, right? And then take a guess what I'm doing with that buyer list. I'm running retargeting ads on Facebook. Think of how powerful that is, okay? So how do you find hidden keywords that will explode your sales? Because it's all about the keywords, right? And I'm going to show you the tools that we use to find the keywords. And then I'm going to show you how to create your listing. You're going to actually watch me create that listing. I'm not going to tell you about it. You're going to watch me create that listing so that you can duplicate and be able to create your own listings anytime you want to. And then how do we rank instantly? So you're going to get the whole process of how to rank instantly. Did you notice I made my first sale within 24 hours? My student made his first sale the first day, right? How do you do that? And it's part of it is keywords. And there's a couple of the things that I'm going to show you as well. And then from there, it's how do I scale? How do I go from one product to two products to three products to multiple ways to scale? I showed you one of the ways to scale. There's about 2 or 3 more that we're going to teach you inside of the members area. So the trainings are recorded and inside the members area already. So immediately after this training, you can go right in and start learning. And if you want to go through all the training today, go for it. If you want to take the next week, go for it. It's self-paced, so you can go at your own pace. And the other thing I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to give you a section in the members area where if you have a question, you submit that question, it comes to me. Now, if you got an issue with your logins, send that to my admin. But any marketing question, any Amazon question, any product creation question, or you just want to run an idea by me, those come directly to me, and I answer each and every one of those personally myself. So those come to me, I'll take care of those for you. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give you lifetime access to the training. So if you need to come back for a refresher, come back and do that. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you and a business partner to be able to log in at the same time. You know, I've got business partners for different projects, and we may spend a couple $1,000s buying content somewhere, and then come to find out only one of us can log in at a time. I didn't like that when that was done to me, so I didn't want to do that to you guys. That's why I'm going to allow you guys to have multiple business, you and a business partner to be able to access at the same time. So what are you going to get? The complete step-by-step home study program. That's a $1,997 value. Now, bonus number 1. Remember I told you that creating the perfect customer experience that doubled our sales cost me $40 and 30 minutes of my time. I'm going to hand that to you guys on a silver platter. That is an $897 value, right? So you're going to get the Azon Profit System. You're going to get the creating the perfect customer experience, total value $2,894. And guys, let's be honest. I had someone tell me money replenishes itself. And I said, what do you mean by that? He goes, what happens for most people when they get a check? They get a check in the beginning of the month. 2 weeks later, they get another check. That money is happening, replenishing itself over and over and over. Time doesn't exist that way. Your time doesn't replenish itself, right? So what you have to do, guys, use an asset that replenishes itself, which is money, to give you something, an asset that doesn't, which is time. Look, when I first was working my corporate job, I'm going to be honest with you. My oldest son, who's 27 now, I do not remember his first year of life. And not because I was a deadbeat dad. I was traveling with my job. I had to do it to feed the family, right? I did what every good dad was going to do, but that meant I was away. Now, by the time my second and my third son came around, I started my business. So I used to pick him up at the daycare. Do you know how sad it used to be when I used to go for the Thanksgiving dinners or lunches at the school? I would be the only dad that was there. And I'm like, man, that's sad. But it's not sad because those guys were doing what they had to do to support their families. So bonus number 2, I'm going to teach you how to outsource everything. Okay, I would rather outsource things now. When I first started, I didn't have the funds to outsource things when I first started my business. Now I've got more money than I have time. So I'm not telling you that's where you're going to start, but at some point when you're ready to scale, it's going to be easier for you to outsource than it is for you to do yourself. Now, even though, you know, again, each project may take you 1, 2, maybe 3 hours to do. It's not a lot, but it's still better to outsource that than to do it yourself. So total value here is $497. I'm going to teach you what we outsource, where we do it, and how we find the right people. Now, you're going to get the Azon Profit System, creating the perfect customer experience, and you're going to learn how to outsource everything. Total value, $3,991. Guys, information alone, I wish information itself was all you needed. Now, some of you are going to take what I taught you today and you're going to go for it. Some of you are going to say, but I would rather do it the easy way. I would rather have a partner like yourself help guide me and shortcut the process for me. And that is what I'm here to do for you guys. Look, we spent the last 90 minutes. Hopefully I've over-delivered, but hopefully you also see that having a partner like myself can help you shortcut the process and get you to where you guys need to go. Now, bonus number 3 is something that I call the Void Finder software. Now, let me tell you what that is. Remember I said it's all about the keywords? So I built a tool where we can put our keywords in, and the tool goes into Amazon, and it says, okay, out of the 10 keywords that you put in here, these 5 you're going to rank for really quick, and these 5 stay away from. They're not going to work. So I don't have to guess what's going to work and what's not going to work. The Void Finder software is going to do that. That's an $897 value. Now, this next bonus, guys, oh, you should be jumping out of your seat. Remember I said upsell. You want to upsell your customer. Well, what's the best thing to upsell someone who just purchased information from you? How about more information? Well, what's the best format for that information? How about a membership site? Yes. So they buy your product on Amazon. They buy your course on real estate investing. Now you upsell them a membership site on real estate investing where you're charging them $20, $30, $40, $50 per month. How many people would you put in there? So think about this. You got paid for the course because now it didn't cost you to create the course. So now you're getting sales coming in. Now for free, you ask them to be part of your membership site. Guys, it costs you nothing to be able to do that. Right? So we're going to teach you the process, how to get content for your membership site, how to build the membership site, the tools we use, the whole kit in caboodle. Only thing is, this is only available to the first 15 of you who take action. I like to reward my action takers. So guys, money or excuses? I learned that from my dad. People who make money don't make excuses. People who make excuses don't make money. It's the truth. The two of these can exist in your life at the same time. Just doesn't exist. Right? So money or excuses. Now, what are you going to get? Recap. Azon Profit System, creating the perfect customer experience. You're going to learn how to outsource everything. The Void Finder software and the Amazon upsell system. Again, only available to the first 15 of you. Total value, $5,285. Guys, if all you did today was launch one product that made you an additional $1,000 per month on autopilot the rest of your life, would it be worth an investment of $5,285? And the answer is, it should be, right? Think about it. If you were going to, okay, let's say you're making $1,000 a month, times 10 months or 12 months, that's $12,000, times 10 years, $120,000. What would you have to do in the stock market, assuming, 8% return? Okay, I'm terrible at math. Let's use 10%. Assuming 10% return, how much money would you have to start with to get $120,000 return? That's $1.2 million at a 10% return. So would it be worth $5,000 to make $1,000 per month? The answer should be an absolute yes. Now, I will let you know that our high-end one-on-one coaching program is a $5,000 program. But we're going to do something special for you guys just because Tom and Mike asked me to do that for you guys. So you want to know what that is, guys? You're going to get our discounted price. For one payment of $497, what you want to do right now, go to azonprofitsystem.com/groove. Again, that's azonprofitsystem.com/groove. And for one payment of $497, you can get yourself started. Now, do we have a guarantee? Absolutely we do. We've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. If the system isn't exactly as we say it is, please allow me to buy the system back from you, no questions asked. But let me also say this. Who am I looking for? I'm not looking for everybody. I'm not looking for people who just try things. I'm looking for people who are serious. I'm looking for people who want to change their life. I'm looking for people who will say, hey, Greg, can you help me? And ask me those questions, not hide in the back and then disappear. I'm here to help you. I do things for you guys that most people will not. I go out of my way to help my students. Okay, so I'm looking for action takers. Now, let me tell you, one of my students, James purchased my program back in 2016. It was September 2016. And then look at this, guys. 40 days later, he sends me a screenshot. He did $3,492 in sales. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how he made those sales that quick, because he had to go to the content, create the content, and then order his DVD and CDs and ship them to Amazon. He did and make almost $4,000 in sales, all in 40 days. But you got to know James. He's a super action taker. He's not the average guy. Okay. 2 weeks after that, he sends me this one, $6,324.09 in sales. 2 weeks after that, he sends this one, $10,145.19 in sales. Guys, is that great? Wouldn't you be happy to do that? Well, let me show you the first year. He did $510,695 in sales. Guys, does Amazon work? Yeah. You got to find the right product, of course. It's not, just lay up and give me. Once you got the right product, the right market, you do what we're teaching you, you can go out and make sales. Now, let me show you a student from the UK. Now, this particular student, Mike, he's in the UK, and he only sells in the UK. He doesn't sell in the United States, doesn't sell in any other country, only in the UK. So Mike got started with my program. It was May 2021. As you can see here, between May 1st, May 1st, 2021 through May 24th, 2021, Mike didn't make a single penny. Now, his product went live on May 25th. So as you can see here, on the very first day, he did $37.98 UK, which is about $50 US. Now, this is where most of you might have quit, because you'd say, oh, it's only $37. That's nothing. But I told Mike, don't worry. You're going to build, this is your first day. Okay. Now, but also notice, first day, he made sales. Notice myself and my students make sales on the first day. This is the first week. He did $233.88 in UK pounds the first week, so probably $300-400 in US dollars that first week. Not bad for a brand new business, right, guys? I'd take that. Well, think that's good? How about by August 11th through September 10th, literally, what does that come out to? About 2 months after he got started, he's already at $18,684 US, which UK, 24,000 thereabouts US dollars. Okay, now look at this. One day, September 30th, 2021, 1,363, right? Look at his conversion rate. See the circle, guys? 51%, 30%, 34%. His worst conversion rate at 3.85% is better than any conversion rate on a website. His worst conversion rate is better than what would be on a typical website. But his main product has 51% conversions. And that's at 16,000 units. Is that what it is? So very, very good. Now, if you think that's good, oh, it gets even better. For Black Friday 2021, he did $4,595. Now, I do not understand why his sales would go up for Black Friday in the UK. I didn't know the UK celebrated Black Friday, so that was pretty interesting. But then, look at this. From May 25th, 2021 through May 25th or 24th, 22, that was his first full year in business. $790,191 in US dollars. That's his first full year in business. His second full year in business, which is all of 2023, he did $1,526,636.27 US. Not bad for selling a little bit of information on Amazon. Now, let me also let you know what it costs him to create his product and how much time. His product costs less than $100 to create and less than 7 hours to make. Okay, not bad. So why $497? Well, to be honest, our new program is a done with you model, and it's $1,497. In fact, we just did that 2 weeks ago. But Mike and Tom asked me to do something special for you guys, and we're going to get our older discounted price. But why not $10? Why not $30? Here's the reality. I could have went cheap, but going cheap doesn't incentivize me to stack the value and be there when you need help. How can I help you if you only paid $10 for the training, right? And how valuable can it be if it's only $10, okay? So instead, yes, the investment's a little bit higher, but in exchange, I can devote a whole lot more time and resources to help guarantee your success. When you have a question, I will be there to answer that for you. But again, I do want to let you know, this is your last chance. We are going to be going only to the, our lowest price is going to be that $1,497 price point. So now I'm also going to let you know, we can only accept 25 people into the program. I used to have an unlimited, anybody can get in. And I paid for that once. Let me tell you what happened. A bunch of people signed up. And you know what? I didn't change my level of support. What I changed was how much time I was supporting. It was night and day. And my wife was pissed at me. I was a miserable grump. And I promised her that I would never do that again. I also promised myself that I wasn't going to put myself through that again, because I'm not going to shortchange you on the support. Okay. So we do limit 525 people into the program. But since that, I'm also going to give you another super bonus. Guess what? A live group Q&A call. You get 3 of them with me, and only, again, 25 of you can get into that. That's a $500 value. Our next one is this Monday coming up, so you want to get started so you can be part of the live group Q&A call that's going to be this Monday. Now, because it's me, guess what that means? I can't have 1,000 people on there, so I have to limit that because you guys are going to be asking questions, okay? And any questions you have, ask away. So you definitely want to get started to be on that group call. Now, let me give you some other bonuses. Oh, before that, fear, curiosity. True story. You know, all of your emotions are governed by either fear or curiosity. It's either, oh my God, that's not going to work. Or it's, oh my God, well, what if it does work? True story. My parents both came from Haiti in the late 60s. Both definitely afraid of flying. And very interesting, both of them died a year apart, 2021 and 2022. We moved here to Georgia, and my mom has only been to my house maybe twice in the 15 years that we've lived here. My most proud accomplishments was buying this house, my dream home. But she was afraid to get on a plane. It was always, well, what if there's a plane crash? What if there's a storm? What if it's snowing? Well, and I'm like, Mom, you know they figured that out already. So she missed a lot of time with her grandkids. When my dad passed away, I had to do the eulogy. And I went to his house, and I'm looking through his pictures to use for the eulogy. And I said to my sister, I said, why does that look like he's on a cruise? And she says, he goes on a cruise every year. And I said, how the hell did I not know that? And as I'm going through the pictures, there's one of him in Germany. There's one of him in the UK. There was one, he was in Spain. He went to France. And I said, didn't he know you had to take a plane to get there? But his fear to see the world, or his curiosity to see the world, far outweighed his fear of flying. Now, to show you he was really afraid of flying, my dad took a bus once from New York to Vegas. That took 4 days. He took another bus from New York to Miami to watch the Miami Heat game. So he was terrified of flying. But he had a curiosity, and he said, man, I want to go see Rome. And even the fear is not going to stop me. So guys, live the curious life. What if what I'm teaching you is going to change your life? Now, let me give you guys some other super bonuses only available to the first 15 of you. Remember I said we figured out how to sell our content digitally? Well, I'm going to teach you how to do that. And you're going to be able to use your Groove account to host your content and get people to download that content from you. We're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to teach you what we sell, send to Amazon. We're going to teach you how we create the listings. We're going to teach you the markets that fit this very, very well. Again, first 15 of you. The next bonus, well, since I'm so hot and heavy on AI right now, so is the rest of the world, we've got a whole module on how to create your content from beginning to end. The whole process, you get to see the whole thing done. Not only that, I show you what we're asking the AI in terms of Well, AI, what do I create? So I'm showing you the prompts to ask the AI. So AI could tell you, hey, this is what you should create if you want to make X number of dollars. So we go through that whole process. Again, the first 15 of you will have access to that. Then the next thing I'm going to give you guys is the first 15 of you, I'm going to give you my 250 top hot niche markets to go after. And here's the cool thing about that, guys. That list is a list I created for myself, right? In fact, some of the products that we're selling on Amazon is coming from that list. Now, I would tell you what, I'm not going to tell you which products on that list are the ones we created, because if I do, every single one of you are going to create the exact same products. So it's going to be too much competition for all of us. So I don't want to create undue competition for you as well. I don't want to create undue competition for myself. So with that being said, you're going to get my vetted list. Okay, so you're going to get the Azon Profit System, $1,997 value, creating the perfect customer experience, $897 value. You're going to learn how to outsource everything, $497 value. You're going to get the Void Finder software to find the right keywords. That's an $897 value. The first 15 of you will get the Amazon upsell system and learn how to sell your customers into a recurring membership site. That's a $997 value. You're going to get the live group calls. There's 3 of them, $500 value. You're going to learn how to sell your courses digitally and downloadable on Amazon, $1,000 value. You're going to get my 250 hot niche markets to go after, $1,000 value. And you're going to learn how to create your courses using AI, beginning to end. I mean, from the absolute beginning all the way to the end, that is a $1,000 value. Total value, $8,785. And all you have to do right now is go to azonprofitsystem.com/groove. And for just one payment of $497, you can get yourself started. Now, is this easy? That's the question I get all the time. Is this easy, right? And I don't know why that's always the first question I get, because here's the reality, guys. I don't think anything is easy. I mean, I don't think anything is hard. I'm sure Tom's going to tell you the same thing. If you believe something is hard, you're not going to do it. So I don't think anything is hard. I didn't get to where I am thinking life is hard. I got to where I am thinking no matter what roadblocks I get, I can overcome it. My dad came from Haiti. When he came from Haiti, we lived in a neighborhood. They were getting robbed left and right. And you want to know something? My dad was calling his friends in Haiti and he's saying, I made it. You won't believe this. I'm living the good life. And his friends are like, really? Why? And so my dad told me, he told them that, you know, when I go to the bathroom, I go into the room and then I do number 2 and I flush the toilet and whoosh, it disappears into the ground. It's gone. I don't even know where it goes. You want to know why? Because in Haiti, you don't have that. Not then anyway. You had an outhouse. I went to Haiti in the 4th grade. And when I said to my grandmother, hey, where is the men's room? And she looked at me and pointed at a box in the backyard. And I said, oh, and what the hell you expect me to do in that box? She's like, that's the bathroom. And I'm like, you're kidding me. Oh, and if you think that's the worst part of it, and I'm like, all right, where's the Charmin paper towel? Where's the Scots, right? Where's the Huggies? You know what she gave me? A sheet of loose leaf paper. And I'm like, now this right here, I need to get back to Connecticut as fast as I can, right? That's life. My dad told his friends, you turn the knob and the water comes out of the walls and you can take a shower. Do you know how you do that in Haiti? You go to the basin, you get a bucket, you fill it with bucket, then you go back and rinse yourself off. Then you throw the water on you. And don't miss a spot of soap, because now you got to go back to the basin and tell your mother you're wasting water. That's what life is. So that was hard, and he's telling his friends he made it, of all places, and he's getting robbed left and right. Go figure that one. So I'm going to let you decide. Let me show you something. Tom is going to love this picture. You recognize that, Tom? That's the Marketer's Cruise. Let me see, are you in this picture? Nope, Tom's not in this picture. Every year, myself, my wife, a bunch of internet marketers, we all get together. Tom, Mike, same. We have a good old time every year, right? This one was the last one before COVID hit. Now, I'm in the middle of the ocean. No internet, no computer, no phone, can't do coaching, can't do sales calls, can't do anything. Well, let me show you what my sales were that week in the middle of the ocean. I did $4,890.15 that week in the middle of the ocean. No computer, no internet, no nothing. And the worst part is I ran out of inventory. I don't know what happened. I had sent in plenty of inventory, but somehow my sales spiked. I mean, it quadrupled overnight. I'm not complaining, but while I was in the middle of the ocean, and you can see from the bars at the bottom, look at the blue bar, it went to zero. Well, it going to zero means I got nothing left to sell, but I can't solve the problem. I'm in the middle of the ocean. So if I was home, I probably could have done $10,000 or $15,000 that week, but I ran out of inventory. There was nothing I can do there. So I ask you, is that easy or is that hard? Again, I don't think anything is hard, but this certainly is way easier than anything else that I can do. Now, is this duplicatable? That's the second question I get. Oh, you're a guru. That's why you can do it. I'm like, a guru? What the heck does that got to do? We all put our pants on the same way every day. In fact, I started on Amazon. I didn't even know what I was doing. So one of my students, I said, I tell you what, how about I create a new account, and in that account, I'm going to put some products on there. They're going to be PLR products in a niche market that I know nothing about. By the way, let me give you a caveat. I had to get permission from Amazon to have a secondary account. You do not want to create a secondary account without permission. You will get your account suspended faster than you can blink. So I got permission to do that. So I went out, I spent about $40 on a PLR piece of content. I created 3 DVDs that we were selling for $47. Well, let me show you what happened. So January 1st, 2017 through April 20th, 2017, in that account, 0 sales. Okay? Product went live somewhere around, I don't know, the 18th or 19th of April. Boom, by the 21st, first sale, $47. By the way, that product cost me about $3.40 to make, and then we did $47 in sales. That's why we're selling high-end products in DVDs and CDs and cheat sheets, because it's so cheap, okay? Now, by the end of the first month, April 17th through May 18th, $376.97. Not bad. Look at this, February 14th through March 14th, 2018, $776. June 8th through July 9th, $2,239. February 4th through March 7th, $2,676. February 22nd through March 25th, $2,951. Now, no marketing, no reviews, and I didn't have to give anything away. So everything people tell you you have to do, I didn't have to do any of that. None of it. Okay? So do I need reviews to make sales? Nope. Didn't have any reviews. Do I have to go drive traffic? Nope. You can. I wouldn't tell you not to. I think it's a great idea to, but you don't have to. I didn't have to give anything away. Now, but I learned a valuable lesson with that account. And what I learned was the difference between evergreen versus non-evergreen products. Let me explain. So the product that I had created was a timed-based product. In other words, it was around something that was going on. And okay, I'll give you a good example. Imagine selling a product on how to get over COVID. Well, it was great 4 years ago. It's not that big of as a concern today. So the day you create that product, it's already going out of business. So my product was going out of business the day I created it. So here's the question. What is better? Creating a course teaching people how to get someone of the opposite sex to fall in love with you, or how to make money on MySpace? How many of you still have a MySpace account? Right? Now, 10 years ago, might have been a great course. Today, not a great course to create. So you want to focus more on evergreen products, because the way you fall in love 1,000 years ago is the same way you're going to fall in love 1,000 years from today. The only difference is, you know, the activities. So 1,000 years ago, you might have been like Fred Flintstone and you took your girl out to the rock quarry and you threw rocks into the thing. Well, 1,000 years from now, maybe we're going to be on Mars. Maybe we're going to be on the space station somewhere and we're going to float around and go look at, you know, asteroids or something. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's you spend time with your significant other, you have conversations, you get married, you have kids, right? It's not going to change. But MySpace, It's out of business the day you create that product. So then COVID hit. So sales dwindled down, then COVID hit. So you can imagine what COVID did for a lot of people. So one day I logged into the account. And as you can see, this is April 15th through April 23rd, 2020. This is the week that the world shut down. People are like, oh my God, I'm out of work. How am I going to eat? Everything was going nuts. And I said, wait a second. That little account did $534.88 without me having to do anything. Maybe I need to pay attention. So I said, okay, because again, initially I just created the account to show my student that it was duplicatable. So I said, let me get serious in this account, which I did. Let me show you what happened. January 4th, 2021 through January 11th, just 1 week, $1,509. January 4th did $437. December 11th through January 11th, 2021, $4,756. February 16th through March 18th, $4,460. June 6th through June 15th, $1,456. August 28th through September 29th, what is that? $7,163. That thing started with just a $47 sale. November 11th or 1st through December 15th, $9,561. February 24th through March 3rd, 2022, $2,877. One day in 2023, $481. Another day in 2023, $879. So guys, does it work? Absolutely. You got two choices now. You can keep doing things the way you've always done them, or you could say, let me live the curious life and let me have a mentor like Greg who can teach me and help shortcut the process, and that's what I want to do for you guys here today. So guys, you've seen how fast I got started. I mean, very simple, very easy. You've seen what some of my students have done. You've seen the proof all the way from 2014 to all the way to last month or 2 months ago in 2024. You've seen all the numbers. You've seen that this is consistent. This wasn't here today, gone tomorrow. You've also seen, look, my student sent $51 worth of CDs to Amazon. So this is not about selling your house and mortgaging your house to do this business. The beauty is you're partnering with Amazon. You're not partnering with me. I'm just the guy who has done this successfully, who's going to shortcut the process and show you how to do the same as well. So all you have to do right now is get started. So the only thing left for you to do is to take action right now, and for just one payment of $497 is go to azonprofitsystem.com/groove and get yourself started. Now, Tom, if you're still there.
Yes, sir, right here.
I've got some time, so I don't know if there was any questions that popped up. I'd be glad to answer.
There were, and first of all, thank you for delivering so much value to the Groovesters. The appreciation was going off the charts in the questions area, and then yes, there are some questions. One in particular is from Sue, who said she wants to join up and be one of the first 15 because she said she wanted to join up a while ago. I told her I'd ask when there was a break. She's looking for a PayPal link, or if there's a way she could pay via PayPal. So I told her I would ask, and we would find out if there is a PayPal option.
Yes, so PayPal is manual, so I will put my email in the chat box and just message me, and I'll send out the PayPal link. Let's put that in here. And what I will do is just message in the chat box that says you're going to send PayPal, and I will save your spot in there.
Yep, I told Sue that I did ask her for her email, but now you you told her you're going to be putting that in the chat. So go ahead and put your email in the chat, or how they can reach out to you. There we go, it's right there. So
yep, I just put it.
Greg just put it in the chat. customercare@advantagesolutions.com.
And solution is singular.
Oh, solution. Thank you for putting that. Customercare@advantagesolution.com, singular. And just mentioned was on the Groove webinar, and I would like to take the PayPal option, and his team will help you with that. So, so first of all, Greg, like I said, thank you for so much value. Let me scroll through and see if there are any other questions. There was just a lot of positive feedback. I think you covered most all the other questions that people had on how to, okay, they were excited about the new unique strategy that you had, and then you covered how to exactly do all that. And it looks like you answered pretty much all the other questions. Oh, except here we go. Christina asked, is there any additional charges when doing this program? So, Greg, you and I have been down that path. We get something for $497, then also they hit you with this other upsell and cross sell, and it seems like, wait a second, are there any other hidden things that are going to be necessary for this, or is this all inclusive?
Yep. So the only thing you're going to need is your Amazon account. So you're going to need what's called a Seller Central account, and there's 2 accounts you can have in Seller Central. One is free. Now, the limitation with the free one is you could only sell, I think, 40 products a month. And you can't run ads on that one. The paid one is $39 a month. But you can do unlimited products and unlimited ads. And so you should only be paying for that the first month. The rest should come out of your profit. So here's what I tell people. Don't create either one of the accounts until the day you're ready to send your product to Amazon, right? Because you don't want to create it now, and then you're going to be taking 2 weeks to go through the content, and then another 2 weeks to create content, and then another 2 weeks to send it. Now you're going to pay twice. So I tell people, until the day you're ready to go to the store and drop that box off, that's the day you create your Amazon account. So as soon as you drop your product off, and it goes live within a week, you've got your sales coming in within a week or two, so that covers your secondary, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th month of that. Now, if you're going to outsource anything, you're going to have to pay your outsourcer, right? Or if you're going to buy content, you're going to have to do that. If you create the content yourself, it's going to your cost is going to be your time. That's it. And again, even if that is the case, I mean, look, with ChatGPT, you can create a whole course in about 30 minutes. If you do it yourself without ChatGPT, okay, that may take you 3 hours, but even that's not bad, I don't think, right? I mean, Tom, back in the days, we'd be at stuff for weeks to get stuff done. We didn't have this kind of technology back when we first got started. So
Correct.
It's like, I don't think these people understand how you and I, when we look at what could be done now, and I mean, look at WordPress. We had to build websites by hand.
Yeah,
You know what a disaster that was?
It was prehistoric days. Yeah.
Yeah. You got Groove, drag and drop. I mean, I would have died to have something like that 20 years ago. A website literally took you 2 or 3 weeks to build a website. So you guys are at the forefront of something that I think is absolutely amazing. And because of it, it significantly reduces not only cost of things that you do, because you don't have to outsource things as much, but secondly is your own time it takes away, that you don't have to invest as much. So you guys are in a great spot.
All right, there are some other questions. So a lot of gratitude from people. And then let's see, we got, do you have to pay Amazon for fulfillment? What approximately would this be? Also, do you have to use their marketing methods?
Okay, so once you send them to your product to Amazon, your fulfillment cost is approximately 20 to 25%. So if you sell something for $10, they're going to take about $2.50 to $3 is what they're going to take. And that covers not only the marketing, that covers if there's affiliates that promote your product, all of that comes out of it. Now, if you go out and run marketing yourself, then you got to pay for that yourself. So I always tell people, if you're going to do that, budget, 25% Amazon, 25% your product costs, or in this case, we don't have huge product costs, but on a $10 product, okay, let's say $1 to make your product, and then I put 20% for marketing and advertising to go get some additional sales, right? Because let me tell you a little secret. What do you think happens when you run an ad somewhere and you tell people, oh, go buy my product at Amazon? You know what your conversions are on something like that? It's insane. So the other thing you can do, which I'm just getting ready to experiment, so I can't tell you what the numbers look like, is Fulfill by Merchant, which is I'm going to try running some ads in iFulfill. And what I'm not 100% certain on is, well, how much work is that going to be for me? Is this an hour a day, or is it going to be 3-4 hours a day? If it's an hour a day, I'll do it. But if it turns out to be something that's going to take me 3-4 hours to do to fulfill, I mean, look at me talking about working 3 hours a day and complaining. Internet makes you lazy, I tell you. But the point is, I don't have the exact numbers on what that model looks like. Once I do, I can share that. But I will test it to find out, and you know, I can definitely let people know in the future.
Cool. Another question is from James. He says, why stay away from PLR? You said Amazon reads PDFs.
Only if you're doing Kindle. Because when you do a Kindle ebook, you have to upload your PDF book to Amazon. And what Amazon does is, as soon as you upload that, they scan it. And then they could see, oh, there's 100 other people that have the identical book. That's a problem. On the physical side of Amazon, remember, you're taking that PDF that you bought for $9. And then you're doing what? You're recording it into an audio. You're then recording it into making PowerPoint presentations and turning it into a DVD. Or you created a cheat sheet out of it, which is a physical sheet. So that's the same identical PLR content, but because it's in the physical format, you can do that on the physical side and have no issues at all on Amazon.
Perfect, perfect. Kathleen asked a question. Wait a second, where is it? Oh yeah, Kathleen asked, is this a do it with you program? And I think you kind of answered it, where they get the trainings at their own pace, but then they also have access to you for any marketing questions. But if you could clarify for Kathleen and others who may be wondering this, is this a do it with you program? How can you answer that question best?
Yeah, so our do it with you program is the higher price program, which is not offered here today. And that is, you know, going through and put it this way, in the do it with you program, it's one-on-one. And I spend on average, I mean, it's a lot of time with each customer. So this one it's a self-paced program, but you do have access to the group calls. There's 3 of them that you guys will have access to. Those are typically an hour in length. And also, if you have a question, shoot it over. You know, I've got customers 6 months ago that have a question on a new product. And matter of fact, I just had one come in this week. Someone had a question that they were asking my opinion on, and they signed up. God, it must have been early January. So if you have a question, I'm here. Just shoot it over. But it's different. It's less one-on-one than our Do It With You program. Uh-oh, did I lose you? Okay. So on the example I gave you guys, as if it was like well, they sent me an email. And this is how hands-off Amazon is. I said, okay, did you call Amazon? And they're like, no. I said, okay, reach out to Amazon.